I'm Sybil Wilkes. Welcome to In Bed with Sybil and Friends. And these are my friends. Every week we get together and talk about our lives, our days, our weeks, and and our lack of love lives. And it has all started as a result of all of my friends, with the exception of one, are single women. We're all single except for Yolanda. She is the married woman in the group, and she's using us as guinea pigs, ladies and gentlemen, because she misses the concept. She misses the action of dating, and so we are being recruited to date so that Yolanda can feel good about her life. Yolanda feeling good about her life, and with Sybil and Friends in bed. So here we are. And this week we're going to have a lot of fun. We have some incredible guests for you, and some guys whose voices and faces you may know, as well as making a new friend as in the process of all of this. And we are going to start with the woman of the hour. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Hi, everybody. Say it again.
Are you ready to have some fun?
I am ready to have some fun.
Okay,
yes,
good.
We have a good lineup. I'm excited. Yeah.
And still in her great grandmama's bed. Hey, Cherie.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
She's setting up her pose. Hello, Yolanda. And Marcelina, how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm feeling fine.
Okay, all right. We'll get into what happened. What happened? And lastly, and certainly not least, my friend with the biggest heart and the biggest laugh. Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, hi, my friends.
How you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing good.
Did you all have a good week?
Yeah.
It was okay this week. It was better than last week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we may get to that. One person who did not have a good week, or not have her best week, I should say, is our friend Marcelina. Marcelina, before we recorded last week's show, you had a bad traffic accident. And in which the steering wheel imploded and all of that, and you couldn't figure out how you got there, and I think there were drugs involved, and
why you there?
Car chases.
So Marcelina, just a quick recap and remind people how you got to that place and how your week was.
Still don't remember anything but the impact. So just
Dallas traffic.
That was traffic. I think it was basically. But they totaled out the car. So it's just been trying to recoup and get back to work. Trying to bake cookies and everything. It's been a little bit of a struggle this week. So because the impact hit me on my right side, which is where I'm right-handed. So it's been kind of, but I should be okay to get started back this week. I'm just taking it a little bit at a time.
Okay, now you have some friends here. We may not be master bakers, but we can help you in the kitchen and with selling your goodies.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you to work this week, Sybil.
I taste testing.
That's what she's afraid of, Tracy.
You stay home, Tracy. You stay home. I don't need any taste testers. Every cookie is valuable at this point.
Well, I think we've all come to know that.
When are you?
Marcelina, we were in the midst of creating your profile. We had obviously an opportunity for you to talk to some gentlemen. This week we were going to create your profile. You and Yolanda were going to work on that. But since you have been down and probably not feeling your best, we're going to give you the weekend off. And we are going to move on to contestant number 2. Now, let me just tell you, for some of us, contestant number 2 was going to be one person. For some of us, contestant number 2 was obviously going to be another person. And this is in the most complicated game of rock, paper, scissors, or I cut you, B.
Okay.
But here we are. And in order to save some lives and friendship, Tracy is now going to be contestant number 2. Sorry, Stephanie. And Yolanda,
Thank you, Stephanie.
And Tracy, tell us how it came to be that you all agreed with Tracy's assumption that she was contestant number 2.
Okay, Tracy, you want to go or you want me to go?
Well, I'm going to tell the
Okay,
truth.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. So
Okay.
it was my understanding from the very beginning that I was number 2 after Marcelina. And the conversation had happened that, oh no, Tracy, I got something different for you. It won't be like what Marcelina, what it was for Marcelina and all this kind of stuff. So I was excited because this is fun. I enjoy this. And this is something that I wanted to, experience, whatever, all of that great stuff. So then when it became Marcelina said she was going to pick and she picked Stephanie, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on.
Actually, I didn't even get to say Stephanie. You just was like, hold up.
Oh, yes. Yes. That is, yes. Yeah.
I never even got it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So, Marcy, what you don't know is afterwards, she called me. Now, Tracy and I
called Stephanie first and apologized and was like, Stephanie, I really apologize. I was a tad bit aggressive with that. And, I was just kind of excited. And if you want to go next, by all means, I mean, I just kind of got caught off guard. And
by all means, Stephanie, did she say?
She did say by all means. And I told her I thought I was third, so I was good with her being second. That was fine.
Yeah.
So, Marcy, when she called me, she wasn't having it. Now, again, we've been friends for over 30 years, and Tracy and I are really, really honest with each other. And so she called me, and she was really upset, but she was trying to use her adult words and for us to have a conversation. And so we were going back and forth, and I was like, okay, Tracy, it's no big deal. Well, it's no big deal to who? Well, it's no big deal to us. We don't care who's next. We're just having fun. Let me get this over. It's no big deal to y'all that I was supposed to be next, but y'all overlooked me. I'm like, we overlooked you. Tracy, we don't care. You can go second, third, fourth, fifth. We don't care.
And then I got offended because my best friend for 35 years was like, I don't care if you're next or not. Oh, is that what you can say to me? I mean, what?
Because I was saying it's just not that big of a deal. You can go next. We don't care. We're not that covetous of the next spot.
Yes, because my height was too high. I was excited to do it. So
we went back and forth. And then she says, well, it's not about them. It's about you. That you didn't consider how I felt and my feelings in that.
Aww.
Marcy, I'm telling you, I was like, oh. And I froze, and then she said, oh, girl, I'm tripping. I've been watching too much Lifetime.
That part is true. It just was overdone at that point. I said some words that I think I heard on television. So I was just like, okay, wait, that's too much. It was it's too dramatic.
Oh my goodness. Let me ask you, that's way too dramatic. And I was like, what are we doing here?
Well, look, I apologize. I didn't get it out, but let me go forth and say I am so sorry. I didn't create this.
She's love
purples.
Marcia, if you look at her, though, she is closest on our color scale to Karen. So I think Karen color. So on our podcast this week, we have a Karen already, you guys.
Wait, I was next.
You got to cut out all drama TV. She can't because this is great for her.
I really do. Yeah. I mean, I have to agree with that. It was, I've watched a lot of those videos. And have you all ever considered how many white women are on leading shows today on television? I think Karens are created. Karens are created because they are empowered off of television. Look, just take a moment, step back, watch your TV, and see how many white women are lead roles where everybody watches them everybody follows their lead. They fuck up throughout the whole damn thing, and then they still follow their lead, and then they're the ones at the end of the day that saves the day. I think that's what empowers Karens. So I've been watching a little bit too much. I get angry when I watch those shows. So.
Tracy, during the pandemic, is this the first time you've ever watched television?
Yes.
Honestly, yes. This is the most television I've watched.
She is deep in the time.
No.
In
Uh-huh.
years.
And even when her daughter was in school and was trying to watch Disney and ABC Family, she's like, no. It's too much drama on there. You can't watch that.
Mm-mm.
I'm the same
No,
with my girl.
ABC.
So
Lifetime
coronavirus
ABC.
brought this to your life.
Hmm?
Okay. So the coronavirus has brought this to your life.
Yes.
More drama and access to a real television, apparently, that you never had in your growing up years. Not to mention most of your adult years.
Yeah.
All right, so Yolanda, here we are with Tracy, and by hook or by crook, she's number 2. So we are now in the process of creating a different kind of format to find Tracy's date, the next guy for her to go Karen on. So you came up with a really interesting idea because you do know Tracy best, and for the most part, Yolanda, I would say, in terms of human nature and trying to figure all of this out about all of us, you have the best instinct about people and how to find perhaps their next mate. And so you came up with the idea of inviting 3 gentlemen to talk to us tonight and to have a conversation with Tracy specifically.
So what I thought that we would do, just from talking with Tracy and going with her through the years of the men that she dates, and the men that she pick, I thought that it would be a good idea, the men that she picked is different than the men that she really wants. So I thought that it would be a good idea to get on the type of men that she says she wants, so they can say what they like in a woman. And because we are all growing and evolving to see if in fact she matches up with some of those attributes, if she would be willing to shift in order to get the different type of men that she would like, or just really what that looks like is to have and not to change you, because you don't have to change, although change is sometimes good.
Some issues we need to change. Okay.
It would just be good. You can sit up and listen to your girlfriends all day long. But I think another approach, maybe not better, but another approach is to hear from you and hear from the type of men that you might like to be involved with. So one person that Tracy really, really, really likes going to concerts and what have you, and likes the way he talks about himself and relates on stage, is Will Downing. Sybil?
Will Downing is our friend. He is he's the prince of something else. He is the king of he is a jazz and R&B artist of the highest caliber. He also is not only a man in the club, but he is a man that we have grown to love and to enjoy listening to, not only when he is speaking, but not only when he's singing, but when he's speaking as well. He's got those great pipes. And he is also with the one thing that I've come to learn on the Tom Jordan Morning Show and all the years that Will was a guest of ours, funny as all get out, just a really funny guy. And I always thought, that's a guy that needs a radio show. Well, he has one. And so Will, welcome first of all, and thank you for coming on and fulfilling one of Tracy's dreams.
Hello. Okay.
Tracy, aim higher. Aim higher.
And shout out to my girlfriend Denise too, because we go to your show every time you come to town. So we are definitely fans.
Those are the
quietly,
two. Great.
She calls him her baby daddy. So yes.
and Will, I think they pay for the tickets too.
Really?
Hello. Yes.
The Downing family, we thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, we love your show.
So I thought that this would be a great opportunity for Tracy, for you to have a conversation with Will and just ask him, what he likes, what his wife, because I know that you know about his wife, to just ask him what's his type, and we will listen.
Will, you've been married for how long?
This time?
Yes, this time.
I was gonna say this is number 2. Look.
I got married the second time in 2002. It's 2000, so 18 years this time.
Okay, nice.
And 16 the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm old as hell. Yeah. I saw,
my friend.
I saw everybody carrying the one. They were like taking their shoes off. One, two.
You started early. No.
I did. I got married when I was 19.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that marriage into your 30s.
Yeah.
And how long were you single?
I don't think I was ever single.
Oh, wow.
honest.
All right, Brian.
I got married, like I said, at 19. Left that relationship in 2000 and got married in 2002.
Okay.
So that 2-year period, yeah, it was. I got snatched up with the quickness.
All right.
You know?
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah.
But we got good music out of that 2-year span.
Yes, you did. You damn right. What album came out of that? Let me see.
Sorry,
a bunch of these albums came out based on that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So most of my albums are songs about things that I've gone through. So yeah, Sorry I. That was a breakup song between myself and my first wife. Yeah. So we had an argument. Look, y'all getting all serious now. Like it wasn't that bad. All right. Well, no. I mean, when it was all said and done, we realized it was the best thing for both of us. We got married very, very, very young. So, and now we're very, very, very
when
old.
you are, well, in your 2-year span of being single or in your double span of being married, tell me kind of what you saw in your wives and what you experienced maybe in that 2-year span. Did you date any at all? And just kind of how you see women today and maybe what based on what your interests are.
Why don't you just
Tracy,
ask me?
this is only a 60-minute show.
I was about to say, why don't you ask me the meaning of life or where babies come from?
Oh, okay. Well, shorten that down however you can. Or sing your answer. I mean, it's just, either one works. Yes.
Well, my answer is, with most people, when they leave a relationship, they want everything that person wasn't. So basically, all you're doing is trading in one set of issues for a new set. It's like, well, you know what? I'll deal with that as long as I don't have this anymore. So this was someone who, the person I married this time, person I'm with now, she's in the music business like I am. So she understands the business aspect of it, the ups and the downs. So we can both relate. She's humorous, so we have a lot of laughs in the household. We were friends first. So actually the very most important part of any relationship is to be friends. Because after, all the oogling and googling at one, oh my gosh, she's so fine. Oh, he's so handsome. After a while, all that dies and you actually have to have a relationship with the person that you're with. So if you don't like that person and they just the relations are good, there's more to a relationship than the relations. Right. So at some point you got to talk and you have to enjoy each other. So that more importantly, you have to be able to get along with that person and, be willing to change. And, I'm a type of person, I have my little quirks that she can't stand and vice versa. And you kind of compromise and that's it. And then you make it work or not.
Okay. So now go ahead, Sybil. Sorry.
What do you think are the greatest compromises you've made?
Well, my wife is very bad with time. So I've learned over the years that we gonna be late.
You're not married to Tracy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Is Tracy, is she on time?
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm a time stickler. I'm that dude. If you're there on time, you're late as far as I'm concerned. So we basically, see if she can hear me. We gotta lie to her when there's an event.
That is the very best thing.
You saw me looking around like I was gonna get beat by the slave master.
Right.
We gotta lie to her. So if there's an event at 8:00, we gotta say, oh yeah, it's at 7, and then maybe we'll get there at 8:30. Wow. So I've just kind of learned. Yeah, I've just kind of learned to kind of live with it. And she's really not good with money. So I've kind of okay, so we got to work out some sort of thing and work this out. So you just compromise. You can't be that hardcore gym teacher, stickler. You can't be that person. So you have to compromise. Or not. It's always going to end like that. Or not.
Or not. Mm-mm.
What else you got, Trace? I feel like
do you
Dr.
have
Will
single
as opposed to Dr. Phil.
Oh. Okay,
How's
so
that working for you?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I said I feel like Dr. Will as opposed to Dr. Phil.
Oh, that's funny.
So you said, do I have any single friends?
Yes, and then and wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And your single friends, in their dating experiences and things like that, do you guys share what's going on? And like, what do you see as someone who has been married twice? And maybe what are your friends experiencing that you see as good or bad or not compromising?
Well, you know what's really bad, and this is in general, and I'm sure that this goes far beyond my personal friends. I couldn't imagine dating now because the whole process. Who was that? Yolanda? Yolanda said
yes, all of us.
Because there's no dating process at this point. Like everyone's information is online. Yeah. So as soon as you say, hey, what's your name? My name is. You can always excuse yourself. Go to the bathroom. Like, yeah, okay, okay. He got a terrible job. He got 10 kids. He's he's this, he's that. He's a. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a picture of him with a blunt in his face? Okay. So you can't really kind of get to know one another because you've already done the research on each other. So I just could not imagine anything like that. Like a friend of mine, we were out one night, and actually I believe we were in Dallas. Was it like the Omni Hotel? Mm-hmm. And we're in the sports bar and we're watching TV, and he's single, he meets this woman, and immediately they exchange information, and she picks up her telephone and says, okay, give me a number. She picks up her phone, click, takes a picture of him, and then calls him right there. I was like, woo, that's some good smart stuff right there. Like, are you kidding me? You can't even lie anymore. Like, give them the 1 digit off or anything like that. It's like, you got your phone right now, right? I'm calling you right now. My number come up. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I couldn't imagine what it's like these days. And it's just, I just can't imagine. It's got to be rough out there. But the friends that I know,
my touch ID is on my phone.
Exactly. Yeah, put your thumbprint and press it again. Yeah, okay, I got it now. I can't imagine what you're going through. And listen, as Yolanda would probably say, the grass is the grass is always greener. Being that she is the married person on the bill we got here. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she's always, I have to live vicariously through you. And you guys are saying, oh, I would love to. So there's no perfect anything, mm-hmm. So you just got to keep kissing a whole bunch of frogs until you find the right one that turns into a prince. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, he becomes a frog again.
or not.
Or not.
Or not.
No, Will, just for the record, I have to say this for my husband's sake, because he might see this. Mm-hmm. My husband is great. We're great. We have a lot of fun. We've been together for almost 20 years. We've been married 16 years. Uh-huh. And, we're good. But we came together as two complete people. And so we really enjoy each other. And honestly, he and I both are honest enough to say we didn't think we would be married this long.
Oh, wow.
But what happens is we just really like each other. And we can't imagine being with anybody else.
Well, that's funny. I have the complete opposite. We don't like each other, but we love each other.
Nice.
We have our moments.
Then there's that.
I swear to God, yesterday she said this to me. She said, "You don't like me." I said, "No, I love you."
Oh.
And listen, and we have our moments where, we genuinely I can't stand your black ass. I can't stand your black ass either. Are we gonna watch Family Feud tonight and eat? What's up?
That would hurt my feelings so bad.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It's the truth. Listen, you're going to be with this person, you know, according to how it's written, till death do you part. It's okay not to like someone every once in a while, as long as you love them. It's all good. You're going to like someone, you know, or dislike someone temporarily. And then you get back together, you chuck, and laugh about it. You laugh about it, and then you move on. And then it's on to the next problem or the next happy moment. That's what life is. It's a roller coaster. It's going to be up sometimes. Sometimes it's going to be crap. But, you know, I'd rather have that roller coaster ride with this person than with anyone else.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all marriage is.
What advice would you?
Or not.
Piece of advice that you would give to a friend like Tracy or to your guy friend that are going through these days? What's the best thing that you've learned in this process?
The best thing that I've learned in this process is the harder you push, the harder it evades you. The more you push, the more it's going to evade you. And that's just in everything. My daughter is trying to be a actress, singer, musician, dancer, and she pushes so hard. And I always tell her, it's going to come to you. And when the two of you meet, when you decide to kind of like stop pushing so much, things are going to come to your life. So it's the same thing with relationships and friends and people and whatever. When you stop pushing so hard, that moment that you're going to have your guard down, and that person's going to show up. And that is not going to be followed as, I'm not going to end this with an or not, because because it's guaranteed. It is guaranteed. When you have your guard down, and you might be at a Starbucks somewhere, just getting a coffee, and then you'll turn around and somebody might say something that might be a funny moment, and they'll be like, damn, okay. We get along. We actually had a moment. And you weren't pushing, you weren't trying. Yeah, it just happens. I mean, I have a whole career
and it could
of that.
be
so.
at the next Will Downing concert.
Hey, listen.
At the bar.
At this rate, I pray it's not at the next Will Downing concert, because I don't know when the next Will Downing concert is going to be.
Thank you so much. Now, there's a good point. Okay.
But
we have no idea.
How can people hear your show, and what are you working on?
I'm working on my 24th album, even as we speak.
Wow.
So that's what I've been doing during this pandemic. I don't call it a pandemic. I call it a pandemic. Damn it. It messed up everything. So it's a pandemic. So I'm working on that.
I have 4 concerts booked this year, so I understand a pandemic,
listen,
okay?
Yeah, yes, Lord. So working on that. You can find me. You can come to willdowning.com. It'll tell you what I'm doing or not. You can also go there and listen to my radio show. I'm Will Downing 3 on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm Will Downing Singer on Facebook. Just punch up Will Downing. If a not so attractive, bald-headed black man comes on there, just press follow. It's probably me.
Hello.
Or not.
and when you see his picture, you'll see the word modest.
Right. I know. It'll say right now I'm looking like Uncle Ben with this beard on my face. You know? Uncle Ben double, you know, or hardworking Negro as opposed to hardly working Negro. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and being a part of this. It's been a lot of fun.
It is my pleasure. Can I stay? I was enjoying listening to you guys. Like, go. I'm number one. I thought you was number 2. I thought I was watching 90 Day Fiance or something like that. Basketball Wives, of wherever.
We're coming up next to somebody that you know, Stephen Hill. So.
Oh, I gotta stay for this jive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
This is gonna be jive. This is gonna be a whole lot of jive. Caca of the highest order. Put on your boots. This is gonna be good.
Is here.
Is he?
Can you bring him in?
There he is.
And there he is. Wow. Wow.
Did he use the word jive?
Jive, yeah. I went back to 1970, 77.
Okay, well, I see what you did there. Well, I saw Will on. I was like, oh, Will got his gold and platinum and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I said, well, let me pull out my Milli Vanilli 6 million soul.
No, you didn't say Milli Vanilli.
My Milli Vanilli.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Don't move. Steve, don't move. Steve, you got a fake, like a real bad one. I got the worst one ever. All right, y'all talk to Steve. I'm gonna go pull out a gold record from an artist, and y'all gonna be like, "Get the freak out of here." I'm telling. I'm gonna be right black. I'll be right black.
I got my original. Papa got a brand new bag 45. So you're not saying.
Oh wow.
I can't come with it.
I got you beat, Steve. I'm telling you.
What you got? Come on.
Steve, I got you beat. The worst artist ever.
Okay. Well, I
can't see.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Well, that says Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice.
Do 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 do.
Ice, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was on the worst ever. I saw that dude come on TV, right? After a lawsuit. And they said, well, you kind of borrowed them. No, I didn't steal their music. See, their bass line went like this. Do 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 do. They said, and my bass line goes like this. Do 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 do. I said, white folks.
Yeah.
And he won the case.
Damn.
So he won the under pressure case?
No, he didn't win.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, he didn't win.
We can barely hear Stephen Hill.
Is that true? I don't know what that is. Let me see what that might be.
Do you have your big boy mic?
I do not. It is packed up to go on my trip. So.
Oh, okay.
Where you going now?
Huh?
Last time I saw Stephen, he was about to get on a boat to go on a cruise, and I told him, I was like, "Y'all ain't going nowhere."
Oh, that's right. So I have a new show coming on Sirius XM, and Will was literally the last guest that got interviewed before everything got shut down.
Wow.
Taped it for the show, and I was saying, yeah, because the Joiner cruise is still on. And like 2 days later, it was like, I can move this. There we go. Let's see if that works.
All right. So now, Chica, you can put me in the guest room because I'm gonna mess up Steve's interview, and I'm gonna be in the back watching and listening. All right, or not.
All right.
The beauty of all this is that the music talk and everything is right up Tracy's alley. It's just this is really her groove. And alongside politics, definitely this is her love. This is her jam. And
I was really excited. I was like, the show could be about this. It's really good. This is great. Which is why I listen to Stephen Hill's Instagram, his Instagram show too, because of the music history.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing.
Fun. When I'm not too inebriated, it's really fun. So that's really special.
And that's so often. Yeah.
I didn't know the difference, but okay.
So Stephen Hill, do you know why you're here?
If I'm the person who's to judge the deciding vote in the number one and who's number two, then I'm I know that trouble abounds if there's a conversation about the order.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned, but I'm here.
Tracy's number two.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're number two.
My goodness.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose the eyelash for us all over.
What'd you say, Milli Vanilli? What'd you say?
They said, girl, you know it's true.
On the rain. Yeah. What's up?
So the whole concept of this is that, we're all single women with the exception of Yolanda. And it's now Tracy's turn in terms of finding her next guy. And so Marcelina's still in queue, but she is out of the game right now after, a personal injury. So Tracy is up, and Yolanda came up with this idea about how to get conversations going between Tracy and guys that she really likes and admires, and in terms of their likes and dislikes. And so we talked to Will, who is one of her favorite singers, and he as a married man, and now here you are, one of her favorites that she has come to really enjoy listening to. on our podcast, as well as far as your Instagram lives are concerned. And as a single man, you've been married, but you have been single probably longer than anything else. And so I just wanted you to have some conversation with Tracy about, your likes, your dislikes, and the things that you're finding in your pursuit of women.
Well, that's a loaded way of putting it. Pursuit of women. All right.
I'm leaning in, Stephen Hill. What you got?
But the action is, because verbs are important. But okay, I'm gonna go with that. All right, Tracy, what do you want to know?
So, as you're out there dating and just hanging with your friends, and you guys are encountering, what do you see? How do you guys see women as you approach? What kind of conversations are you having, and what is a like and a dislike? What's the prevalent thing that you see that you shy away from or question?
All right. So I think of myself as a positive guy, so it's the thing that I'm kind of attracted to as opposed to what I shy away from. But I will answer your question. I will shy away, and I never think of it that way, so it's challenging me to think. I will shy away from. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. I'll shy away from too shy, or someone who might require a lot to bring out, because I enjoy a great repartee. There's nothing better than a great verbal repartee. And so I'll give it some chance, because some people are just shy and then they open up. So it's not like if you're shy right away, it's a challenge, but I will, is it open up? Is there some kind of reference or slick reference in a conversation, even shy, I can connect onto that. Like if somebody says like, oh, I sweat like Albert Brooks in broadcast news. Right? Right?
Does that happen? Does that happen, Stephen Hill?
Maybe two people who think they get that, two people who definitely get it, and maybe one or two who don't have any idea what that's about. But you look for that certain thing that you can connect to, and then like, okay, this is where I'm looking forward to having more conversation. And so it's going to sound overly simplistic, but you want to talk about your likes, your dislikes, and it's more about how you have the conversation than the subject of the conversation right away. Right? It's really about how you have the conversation, how easy it flows. There's nothing better than conversation that flows really easy. And if you're on a first date, if there's no gaps, if 5 hours have gone by and you think it's 2, that's the greatest indicator.
Okay.
That there's something, there's a further way to go.
There's a second date.
What's that?
And then
so I've had that experience. So now we're going to ask, when is it too much? When does the conversation go too far? Or when does the woman, if it all ever happens, is there a moment when there's too much dialogue or too much
information?
I don't know, information or conversation or.
So there can be a 5-hour conversation and being absolutely every minute is interesting. And then there's the conversation, the 5-hour conversation. The challenge is 4 hours is about the laundry that you did and how you separated your colors and you used one for another thing. So that's a 5-hour conversation as well, but it's the one you want to slit your throat after like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Content matters.
Yeah, I'm good there.
Content does matter. The way you flow it matters. Again, matters more to me, but the content of it matters as well. You want to be able to have both be carrying on the conversation. It can't be one-sided.
Right.
And so I'm trying to think of how to. So and asking questions is always a good thing. Always a good thing. And you'll know if you went too far, because the eye contact will start drifting off or wandering off, or there'll be a tapping on the phone that is face down on the table or something.
Waiting for that friend to call.
Yeah. Well, the signal guy room like.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are you looking for? You should start by what's the thing that you're looking for? What are the top 3 things? What are the top 3 musts for you? You know, I'm gonna time to think about that. Here's the top 3 musts for me. Must. Have a sense of humor. Preferably both giving and receiving. Preferably both giving and receiving. I can't be their only thing. They have to have something else going in their life. And preferably where I can at some point in time show up at whatever job they have and proverbially wear pom-poms and go, I'm here supporting you, right? So you got to have something else it's not just me. I don't do well if all the focus is on me. Like a stay at home, work at home is great, but a stay at home, like waiting for me to get home from work does not work for me. And I gotta think of a third.
What about the sex part?
I do like to be sexually compatible. Not sexually non-compatible can be a deal breaker. Can be like I don't want to go any further. And
if she's not a cuddler, what do you think?
Wait. Say Sybil?
I said, what if she's not a cuddler?
I'm sorry. Sybil knows that's a deal breaker. There was something that was going wonderfully down the pike, and then it was like, no, cuddle, no. It was a wrap. Like it's
done.
That's so funny. Yes, I have no problem saying it. Like if you don't like if cuddling is not in for you, then like we can be friends. We can be perfectly good friends.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I got no shame in saying that. Wait. Millie told me to tell you the girl you know is true.
Which one was it? Because one of them is just not anymore.
Well, it's the one who's alive. Jeez.
Tracy, what about you? Do you have a top 3?
All right, yes, now's your time. I gave you time to think.
Okay. So my top 3 would be loving music. You really have got to enjoy music. And it might not be all genres, but at least 3. I mean, we got to have 3 options of concerts. We've got to have 3 options of live entertainment that we experience. 2 would be that you're paying attention to what's going on. What's your current events? That you can have that conversation about current events and that you're involved and astute and, make relevance to your own life as to what's going on right now. That you've done the work to really kind of know who you are, and you think about how you, what your footprint is in the world. And then also that you have a, Yolanda corrected me, I would always say fun, but it's more freedom. That there is a free spirit about you. There is a non-attached, but no ownership kind of deal, that you can live in a space and be an individual, but still be together and, have your own thing and have fun. But it's not a hovering, there's no ownership. So I think those are my top things.
Okay, 2 things. One, you said that's like my second one, and you said that much better than I did, like about no ownership and like free spirit. Number 1, and number 2, like who got Yolanda the ring light?
Okay.
Who paid for Yolanda's glam bill and glam light?
Chica. Look, Chica.
You know how this works.
It's great.
Yeah.
And Stephen Hill?
Yes.
Is there anything about any woman who likes a man who is a JB Smooth lookalike today?
Oh, that hurt me.
Was that hurtful?
A little bit.
Why are you single?
I've been stopped on planes by very, very drunken Caucasoids who love curb my enthusiasm. And like you can't get off the plane. You can't be smooth. No. Literally tall, bro, drunken Caucasoid, like would not let me off the plane until I took a picture They'd be smooth.
So, Stephen Hill, why are you single? I mean, you are, I think, a great, incredible catch. And I just can't believe that. And they might be just beating down your door trying to get to you. Why are you single at this point in your life?
Is he frozen?
You know, there's a great
you're silly.
He does that on the Instagram show too. Just as a sidebar, okay? He'll do that to us on Instagram, and we'll be like, "Is he frozen?" Everybody's chatting. Is he frozen? Is this? What are we doing? No.
Sometimes I'll get texts. Are you all right? Who's the guy with the
I hate that question though. Like, I don't think it's a fair question.
No, I got to
like I think if we knew why we were single, we wouldn't be single.
Nah, it's not.
Some people want to know, so we just want to know.
Say Anything, and Say Anything has John Cusack as Lloyd Dobler, the wonderful Lloyd Dobler. And Lloyd Dobler, after getting dropped by, Ione Skye, I forget what her name was, Ione Skye's character, goes and hangs out with the guys down at the gas station. And he asked the question to the guys at the gas station when they give him relationship advice. He goes, so if you guys are know all this stuff about women, like, why are you down here like alone on a Saturday night at the gas and sip? And dude looks around and goes, by choice, dude. Lloyd, null and void, right? It's by choice. That's not really single, like not married by choice. That's kind of not all the together true, but like I'm not in a rush, right? I want it to be right as opposed to right now. Like I just want to be right? I'm willing to take time. I am not the one who has to, I enjoy the sex like anyone else, but like I am in no rush to get to that. That is, I'm almost afraid to get to that sometimes, because if that goes wrong, then I'll be like,
the whole thing is over, and you're wasting time.
Like
you got another notch for nothing.
That kind of thing is no joke. Like, this could really, and they're like, yeah, I don't know. No.
So why not do it up front so you'll know?
That's what I was about to say.
That doesn't catch 22. Doing it too fast doesn't seem like a.
Did Will Holler put me in, Coach?
Will's behind on this.
I was in the back listening all this time. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so I'm John Legend. Take it slow, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And waiting for Chrissy Teigen to come home.
Unless we're gonna have a good time, and then that's perfectly fine. But I'm assuming, Tracy, you were not looking for just a perfectly good time. You're looking for a life partner with whom to spend a decent part of the rest of your life with.
That is very true. I've had a lot of good time.
So that's why these answers are geared towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who I hang out with, and if I to give a different type of energy to is another show that I will gladly be a part of. It's just not. This is not that.
Well, Tracy, meet Steve. Steve, meet Tracy.
I'm number 3. Can I ask a question? Can I ask one? I have a question for Stephen.
Yes, Stephanie, go ahead.
How are you with being approached by women? Do you have to be the hunter?
No,
are you okay with women?
No, I mean, I kind of gave up my Neanderthal business card like a couple of centuries ago. No, I'm good. I'm good. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm perfectly, as long as being approached by women is awesome, especially if all of the other things we talked about before, like, cascade down, right? If it's a great conversation, if there's humor and everything else. So the approach, in no way am I turned off being approached by women. It doesn't happen at all.
Have you seen him on a cruise or two? That's very true, Stephanie.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other advice or anything for Tracy before we move on?
Let's see. Anything? Be yourself. Like, the worst thing you can do is send a representative. Never send a representative. Like, be who you are up front, right? So that you don't get tricked later on. Should I tell this story? I will. But one thing.
If I'm gonna tell it, then
Do
I'm
you
gonna
have
have to
props?
tell it all. Tell it.
Millie said yes.
I love going to live concerts. I definitely, except for country or western and Marilyn Manson, you can find me anywhere, right? And so there was this great small show years ago at SOBs. Like this is like 11 years ago. Drake was at SOBs. Like it was the big ticket in town, and he was just coming on, and he had best I ever had. And I went and I took a woman who I started dating right then to that show. And she's like, "Oh, I'd love to go." Went there. She's kind of stiff there. And then I found out later, like, yeah, no, I really didn't want to do that at all. I had no desire. Now,
Whoa.
that's sending her.
I'm mad.
I can accept, like, that's not really my speed. But if you want the company, I'll come with you. Then I get to make a decision. But don't act like you like artists and go. And then, like, I feel like because I don't want to put people in places they don't want to be. That's something I don't want to put people in places they don't want to be. And so that rubbed up against that. So that's a very long way of saying, like, be who you are, because you'll find the person that is attracted to who you are. So you don't have to pull it back. So you don't have to pull it back. I try to be myself at all points in time and all turns. And if you don't like it, I'm old enough to not really be offended or need everybody to like me. But if we can roll, I am the most fun you will ever have outside of a concert.
Contestant number one.
Hello.
Come from behind the curtain.
Thank you guys. And Stephen Hill, are you gonna stick around?
No, I'm going on a date.
Okay, well, I got a better one. Hey, Tracy, you gonna stick around? If she says she has a date, I know that these two are hooking up.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not telling. No. I'll be here.
Ione Sky was Diane.
Diane, that's right. Lord Diane. Just wait,
Okay,
just wait until the seatbelt sign goes off. Just wait until the seatbelt sign goes off. Wait. Wait.
What's he doing?
I told you.
He's so wacky. Okay.
Can't get right.
Yes.
Will, are you gonna stick with us?
I think I'm good. I'm going on a date with Steve. I don't know.
Okay.
Or not.
Thanks, Will. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was fun.
All right, thanks, Will.
Yes. Thank you.
We have one more gentleman.
Stephen Hill was still there. Oh, okay. He now hung up. Yeah. He does that on Instagram too. He turns the lights off and acts like he's going away, and he doesn't. And then he comes back for encore
with a different outfit on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So she knows a lot about Stephen Hill, which is telling
yes.
Yeah.
I bet it.
And Will Downing. I'm telling you, you go to enough shows, you know Will Downing's story too. He tells you in the music.
Okay.
He preferences it, and I've been to a lot of Will Downing shows.
So, Tracy, do you feel like you've learned something?
That was my question.
Not really? Or you knew?
No, I wouldn't say I knew. I do. What I have learned is that I think I'm always myself. I thought myself might be too much. And hearing what, like, even knowing, Will Downing's wife is late. Shit, I'm late all the time. So I'm not going to worry about that no more.
Except when you go out with Yolanda.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Because what happened now? Wait, say it again.
You're not going to worry about time except when you go out with Yolanda.
You know what's beautiful about her is that she never realized I was late. And I would say something and she'd go, "Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, Sybil, she was lying to me to be nice."
No, because Tracy is my girlfriend. Tracy's my fun girlfriend. So when we go out, it ain't that big of a deal. We just going out and having fun. But
okay, good.
Working is different.
That's good. Because I have to be me when I get there. So sometimes it's just not on time, and you get the best of me when I get there.
And
but that's not always fair. But so the other thing.
No, go on. I'm sorry. Good.
I'm sorry.
No, go.
The other thing is that, it'll come when it comes then. you know, because I liked both what Will Downing said and what Stephen Hill said. And I feel, I don't know, I feel okay. I mean, I'll just keep being me and shit. Okay. I don't know. Because why your face look like that, Yolanda? No, you got words. Let's hear them. Oh, no, you got words. Let me hear your words.
Well, you know what? Okay. Listen to the men. Don't listen to me, because I think if you keep doing the same thing, you keep getting the same thing. And so I think that for me,
you bring them on here for?
I think the things that I really want, I am intentional about, whatever it is. If it's losing weight, if it's a job, if it is having a good relationship with my friends, I have to be intentional about those things that I want. I just don't just wait. But that might work for some people. How's that working for you?
I don't understand what you mean by I don't just wait. I meet people. I meet people all the time. It's having the conversation, and it is the attraction. It's the several things happen. I mean, I just don't. In meeting
okay,
somebody,
then I misunderstood what you were saying. Then I'm sorry. I thought you said
no.
I'm sorry.
No, my understanding is I can continue to be me, and if that works for you, that works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, which has happened to me. Just as Will said, you know, you're doing something and I'm not paying attention. And then somebody goes, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then asks for my number and I'm totally thrown off. But I know when you come for me, then you've come for me. So I don't meet people that I know immediately when you're not really coming for me. You don't want to see me, you know, you want to do something different, or you have something else in mind, or you know,
well, sometimes you do have to adjust. So like, for example, when I first got with Ward White, I was really, really, really hyper, and I was always moving, and I really wanted him. I wanted him. He was the man who I wanted to spend the rest of my life. I knew that up front. And so he said that I had too much mustard for his hot dog. I was just a lot.
Oh.
So you know what? I calmed down.
You did?
And I did.
And relishing each other ever since.
And what's been great?
Oh, that's sweet, Sybil. That's cute.
Really, he has taught me how to be more calm, how to move around in a room and not have to be always so anxious and up. He has really taught me how to be more peaceful. And so I adjusted. I came in as me, but he had a suggestion to make me better, because I'm always trying to better myself. So I just don't know that it's always good to say, I am who I am, and you go accept me how I am, and I come as I am. That might be a way to do it. But another way is we all are constantly evolving. So with that, we have somebody on the line that really knows you. So
John gonna say I go too damn much. I know it already. John gonna say my ass stay in the streets and I move too much. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, baby.
So just so people will know, John is a longtime friend of Tracy's. John was married to a woman who is still good friends with John, and she's good friends with John's ex-wife. And John has seen Tracy evolve over the years, or just stay as the woman she is, depending on how you look at it. But John, we asked you to come because you do know Tracy. You're a man who knows Tracy better than probably most of us as overall.
Okay,
and definitely as a man who knows better.
The speech is so broken, I can't understand anything anyone's saying.
Oh no.
Okay. Hold on, John. Chica is our technical producer. She's gonna fix it for you. So hold on. Chica, can you tell us what to do?
We got a visitor.
Asking that a puppy?
He keeps jumping up here.
Yeah.
Get out.
Ramsey, come look at the dog.
Okay, Chica's gonna call John. Go ahead.
So in the meantime, let me tell a story. So when I was in Houston, and Yolanda and I were friends back from high school. And Yolanda and Sybil, they found me some kind of way years later. And I'm talking to Yolanda on the phone, but I live in Houston and I worked for the hospital. And I have this friend, Denise. So Denise and I have become really close, and we're, regularly and all this kind of stuff. So John's ex-wife, Denise, my friend, taught me how to pay my bills on time. Really was the one who was orderly in my life, who taught me order and how to take care of business. Mm-hmm. So John and I went to church together. So John and I, Denise and John get together, and Denise is hyped about John. So I knew John from church. So I already knew him when she introduced me. So now I'm talking to Denise, I'm talking to Yolanda, and Yolanda's going, she's getting married and she's going to the Bahamas for her wedding and all of this kind of stuff. And Denise is now talking to me on the other thing. She's working for AIDS Arms, and she has now hooked up with Erykah Badu, and Erykah is going to be the parade leader or something like that for some festival that they're doing and this kind of stuff. And then she gets an offer from a guy named Ward who works for Erykah Badu. And she's, this guy Ward, blah, 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 this guy Ward, blah, blah, blah. And now on the other ear, talking to Yolanda, Yolanda's going to the Bahamas, and she's marrying this guy Ward, this guy Ward, this guy Ward. And so then I had to ask both of them, okay, wait, is your Ward the Ward that works for Erykah Badu? And she's like, yes. I'm like, is your Ward the Ward that's going to marry Yolanda? And she's like, yes. So my two friends, best friends ever, are in the same world. And then I'm in the middle, and I'm in Houston, and I'm hearing both sides. And that's how our worlds collided.
Is that
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Life is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting how who's supposed to be in your life is in your life.
Right.
Because I knew John from church. So that was Denise had been talking about John. She divorced her husband and then met John and was talking and so excited about John. And she's like, oh, you got to meet him. You got to meet him. And so then when I get to the restaurant, me and Denise, he's like, here he comes. Here he comes. I was like, that's the dude from church. I know him. So yeah, very small world. Very small world, but very dear friends.
And what's great about Tracy and
who knew that you were a longtime churchgoer?
Okay.
What's great about Tracy and John is really like from me looking out and looking at them, John is really like a big brother to Tracy. He's very, very much John is a nurturer, and when Tracy's daughter, when she thinks of the men that have shaped her life, she look at John. John has been a very, very part of Tracy's life. He knew Tracy before she had Nina, and he has really seen Tracy go through a lot of
life.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I just thought it would be fun for her to hear what a man thought, what a man thought she could do to prepare herself for what she wants for her next. How's that, Tracy?
That's good, because I don't know that he and I have ever had the conversation. Maybe there have been comments or something. I can't remember what he said, so I guess they didn't stick. But I think that John
really by observing you, not by what you say, but by what you do.
Oh yes, for sure. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think that I've ever asked his opinion on what he saw. I don't think that that's a conversation that we've ever had.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Because I know that you respect him, and I know that you, appreciate him, and
he's honest too, brutally honest.
Yeah. He's brutally honest.
Brutally honest. That's probably why I didn't ask him.
So are we going to get John back? Or are we going to?
Well, you know what? For the sake of time, Tracy, I have John call you and
actually
and tell you what he thinks.
Why don't we try to get him and maybe do it next week?
Okay.
And continue this, because I would love to hear that conversation. I really
would. So we'll have John next week.
Because I think a lot of us have Johns in our lives, and we've not had those conversations. And I would love to hear that kind of thing. I mean, we all have girlfriends who tell us, you ain't shit, but you have guys who tell you, things, or you don't necessarily ask them. And if you don't ask men, oftentimes they won't
say anything.
I just had that happen. I don't have a John in my life, but I was talking to one of my girlfriends in Memphis and talking about one of my exes, and she told me her husband didn't think he was right for me. And I was like, he never told me that, But he told her that that guy's not right for Stephanie. So okay.
Yeah. And John's been married 4 times, so he's definitely experienced.
Oh wow.
By choice though. By choice, straight by choice though. John is very straight by choice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Okay, so we are for the sake of time, we will invite John. I hope we're able to get him next week. But I think this has been very interesting. I think it's been fun, but I also think it's been enlightening in a lot of respects. And so I look forward to what the next is for you in this process, since you are number 2.
Yes.
But as we close out, Yolanda always has these words of wisdom, and she has these, sometimes she comes across saying, sometimes she comes across pieces of writings and wants to share with us. And no, it's not a meditation, Marcelina.
Will there be music?
There could be music. We can always arrange music. So I've shared my mantra a couple of times on here. It's really a mantra that I say every day. And again, the Dalai Lama say that the purpose of life is happiness. And so yesterday in yoga, I read the daily word to the participants, and it was just very, very touching. So I thought I would love to share it with my girlfriends. And this was from the daily word from yesterday, and it is entitled Happy. And it says, within me is all that I need to be happy. If the state of the world is affecting my state of mind, I remember that happiness begins with me. I have the power to rise above outer influences and maintain an attitude of gratitude and joy. I can develop this attitude through my awareness and my oneness with God. Knowing God is always with me, I choose to see situations in the outer world as temporary conditions, not as enduring realities. Happiness is my truth. As I move through life in partnership with God, I have power over my thoughts and my attitudes, and I embrace that power today. As I remain committed to happiness, I feel any tensions release, and I feel a new awareness of the activity of God at work in my life. I am joyous, happy, and free.
Nice.
Isn't that everything?
Amen.
That happiness, everything you have, everything you need, you already have inside of you. You just have to look within to bring that out.
Mm-hmm.
And that gift of happiness you have. So we just embrace it. Okay, Sybil, that's it.
Ladies, thank you so much. Tracy, thank you for being so open.
Thank you, Tracy.
Process and for pushing forth to be number 2. And so
thank you for setting this up.
Well, by crew.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
I take that big wooden spoon.
Thank you, Stephanie. Look.
So
okay.
Next week, and in the meantime, Marcelina, take care of yourself, okay?
Yes,
please.
I will.
Okay, all right. We love you, and I appreciate all of you. And thanks for watching, and continue to share our journey as we go down this road. And who knows who will be here next week?
Who knows?
to inspire Tracy and to get I'm coming, Ramsey. I'm coming.
All of us.
And so we thank you very much. Please join us next time. And thanks to all of our technical wizards who have been a part of this to make this today happen the way that it did and so done so well. So we'll see you all next time. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Cherie, Yolanda, Marcelina, and my Stephanie. And I'm Sybil Wilkes. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.